What up guys, today SoundCore drops a new speaker. This is the SoundCore Boom 2 Plus. If you follow me, I did review the original one. That thing was a beast. This is even more powerful, 140 watts of peak power on this guy right here. Price $250, but there is a sale at launch for around $40 off. I'll drop all the links below. If you want to check it out guys, hit that like, drop a sub, follow me on all social media platforms, but let's take a look at the SoundCore Boom Plus 2. All right guys, the Boom 2 Plus. I've been using this thing for about 2 weeks now. And look, spoiler alert, of course, it's a great speaker. Tons of bass. You know how SoundCore does it. If you have some of their earbuds or their headphones or some of their speakers, this is the king of kings when it comes to what SoundCore has given us when it comes to bass. 140 watts of peak power on this thing. Last year, or whenever the original Boom dropped, that was 100 watts of peak power. So this is 40% more power that we are getting out of this guy. We'll go over all the specs. There's an app for this. I'll talk about everything. We got some lighting on here that are customizable, different types of light that follow the beat, which is always very cool and just a pleasant experience when you are using it and rocking out with whatever song you are listening to. But let's go over the specs real quick. Again, we talked about the price, $250. There is a sale right now at launch for this guy, so right around 40 bucks off the rest of the specs. So again, we got 140 watts of power on here, 2+2 channel stereo sound. We have the Bass Up 2.0 technology. You can turn that on and off directly from the actual speaker or inside of SoundCore's app, available on both iOS and Android devices. As you see here, ultra deep, 40 hertz of bass, 20 hours of playtime. Now this will vary depending on the volume of the music you are listening to. And of course, this also does support charging your devices. There's a USB-C port on the back, and it will charge your phone or whatever you need to charge up with your accessories, but that will drain the battery, so just be aware of that. 30 watt fast charging on here. Beat synced colorful light show. I did mention that already. Now, if you wanted to, or if you had it like that, you can link 100 plus of these together. That would be, I would love to see that. That would be a hell of a show. IPX7 waterproof. Feel free to throw this in your pool if you have one. I do not, or I would show it to you. This is waterproof and it does float. So this is a party speaker meant for the outdoors. Detachable strap is included with this. Again, also in the box, we do get the speaker, the USB-C to USB-C cable. We also get the detachable strap. I don't ever use straps on my speakers, but you might. And then we also get the start guide, the quick start guide, the user's manual, whatever you want to call it, we get it. All right guys, now the actual speaker from SoundCore. So this thing does have some weight to it. You can tell this is very well built. A plastic build, but it's got some weight to it. And again, this does float. So just keep that in mind. Of course, it is waterproof with the seal here for our ports, the branding here from SoundCore, and there is a little opening here. We'll turn this around, open this guy up, and inside of here, that is where we are getting our auxiliary in and our USB-C port here. They did include the USB-C to USB-C cable. You can also charge. You can use this as a power bank and charge up your phone or whatever it is you need to charge up. Just be aware, if you do that again, it will drain the battery a little faster than the 20 hours of playtime. And of course, volume does matter. Now the woofers on the side, these things bang. Of course, we will do a sound test. The two straps here, the straps go right here on the top, if you guys can see that. Now on the other side, all of our buttons are up top. The power button, our Bluetooth pairing button, our link button, our bass 2.0 button. You can turn that on and off from here or directly inside of the app, which I will show you. This will change the lighting on here. Now we also have our volume up, volume down, and our play and pause. And of course, you can control everything from your actual speaker and of course from the app itself. And on the front, some more branding. We get the logo here on one side and then SoundCore on the other side. And then of course on the bottom, we do have some feet so it doesn't slide all over the place. Very well built speaker. You can just tell when holding it, this thing is very well built. Now let's take a look at the actual app on here. You will have a firmware update once you get this out of the box. Connect it Bluetooth and it will prompt you for a firmware update. Go ahead and do that. It doesn't take long, it takes a minute or two, and then you are good to go. It will restart, connect automatically. If not, just go in and repair it. but this is what the app looks like from SoundCore. Again, available on iOS and Android devices. Ooh, let me show you if I can back out of here. So Boom 2 Plus, this of course, I'm enjoying the app very nicely, thank you. That is your volume up and down, your play and pause, your bass up. Again, you can turn it on and off from here or from the app itself. Now your EQ, this is a very basic app, but we do have some cool things. So we do have some presets, of course, SoundCore signature sound. We do have voice, treble boost, and then a balance sound. Or you can go back out and you can use a custom one. For me, when I really want to get into it and blow things up, then I'm going to go here for my custom. You can see how I have it set. I prefer more thump and more highs with the mids just down a little bit. But the best one on here, of course, is the signature sound. That does sound really good. And then your bass up 2.0, you can see how it changes inside of there. Now, if we back up a little more, your lighting on here, you have different presets for the lighting, of course, and I'll show you. You can see it a little bit here. So if you flash, and remember, this lighting will go with the beat depending on what song you are listening to. So you can go in and give you a bunch of different presets on here. Some of them I do like, some of them are very cool. This is your brightness, and of course you can also just completely turn it off if you, well, conserve battery. If you want to conserve battery, or if you just don't like the lights, go ahead and turn it off. But I do like the lights. Now, in your settings tab up here, you do have some speaker prompts, your clipboard permissions, your button brightness, auto power off. I have mine set for 5 minutes, so if it stops playing and it doesn't play for 5 minutes, it will automatically shut off and save some battery. Your updated firmware, of course, serial number, user's manual, or just disconnect. So a very basic app, but again, we still have an app, and it's SoundCore. We get the app. I think SoundCore has the best app in the business when it comes to what we get for our headphones, earbuds, and now speakers. So I'm all in. Now let's do some sound samples for you. Check it out. All right, guys, the Boom 2 Plus, this is a banger. If you like that thump, this is the speaker to get right now, especially with the sale going on for right around 200 bucks. You are not going to find a better speaker at that price point. Remember, you're getting good battery life. You're getting the lighting that follows the beat. You are getting a waterproof speaker, IPX7 waterproof, and it floats. You can throw this in your pool, throw it out back. If you're having a barbecue, just throw it in the water and just jam. This thing bangs. This thing is loud. The sound quality you heard, of course, you're going to lose a little detail because it's just going over YouTube, going into a microphone. It's not the same as hearing it in person, but this does EQ very well. So if you don't really want that crazy thump, you can EQ this, bring up the highs, bring up the mids, and make it sound basically however you want. The Boom 2 Plus, just a very good speaker. A nice upgrade from the original, which I was a big fan of as well. Let me know what you guys think of this speaker. Again, that was only half volume that you guys heard. This thing blows, it bangs, blows, whatever you want to call it. This thing gets loud, bassy, boomy. It's a fun speaker. Peace, guys.